Hey guys. So basically, I'm going to talk to you guys about my work situation. So, my work, as you guys know because I've told you many times in my videos, I work at Storytime, which is an adult daycare center, but I work at a satellite center, which means I don't work at a main center, I work at a satellite center. So, basically, I work with senior citizens and I basically play with them and talk to them and stuff like that and have lunch with them. And I get paid for it, which is pretty cool. So, lately, actually not lately, well, lately, yes, but I've worked at Sarah Care for about 7 months, and this has been an on and off issue with the building that I work in, but we have a bed bug problem in the building that I work in. Because the building I work in is where the residents live. So hopefully that makes it more clear. So basically, it's been an issue for the last 7 months, like I said, but it's recently been more of an issue because more and more of my residents have gotten them. And Monday, this became more of an issue because one of our residents, she came down, as usual, that's how it goes. And then my boss had to call off Monday for a personal reason. And so it was just me and the residents and another person from another center. And I talked to my boss after work that day, and basically she told me that she was upset that one of the residents came down because that resident still has bed bugs, but apparently she still came down, which I did not know she had bed bugs when she came down, so I was out of the loop. And so me and my boss talked about that and basically talked about how we have no protection. Sarah Care can't legally tell our residents to not come down if they have bed bugs. So basically, me and my boss were really, really concerned and really, really bothered by that, and just the fact that it shouldn't be something we have to deal with, basically. And my boss's boss didn't really act like she cared about it, really. So basically, it just bothered all of us, basically. Well, me and her, my boss. So me and my boss were actually considering quitting. She was very much leaning towards quitting, and I was considering it too, because I talked to my dad about it. I told multiple friends of mine and stuff about it, and my dad basically, honestly, I think my dad and my brother kind of consider my job to be a joke, because I basically get paid to volunteer, basically. I wouldn't say it's a joke. I love my job and I really like it, and it's very stress-free and I enjoy it. But yeah, my dad basically acted like bed bugs are a serious issue, obviously, and he didn't want them to come into the house, and it would cost a lot of money to get rid of them. And he basically just told me to do whatever I had to do. So basically, I was on the fence about quitting, and me and my boss talked about it a lot. And then yesterday, she told me Wednesday, which was yesterday, that she had a meeting with her boss. Well, she was going to have a meeting with her boss, and so I was looking forward to what her boss would tell her, and then of course she would tell me. And so after the meeting, my boss called me and basically told me that her boss told her that she is also concerned, and she understands that we're concerned, and she basically told my boss different ways that we can be proactive about the situation, and that yes, we aren't legally allowed to tell them not to come, but we can maybe tell them hey, you're allowed to come down, but at the same time we need to protect all of us, and it's not just about you or me. So basically, after that conversation she had with her boss, she decided not to quit. And I talked to her, and the situation is still ongoing, it's not solved necessarily, but my boss's boss told my boss, tongue twister, that she told that she's not concerned, and that she doesn't, well, she's concerned, well, she was aware of the concern that me and my boss felt, but she told us that if she thought that it was a major thing to be concerned about, that she would make more waves, I guess you could say. And she would, shut the program down if it was a major problem. And she also told my boss that basically, like, it's, a lot of other centers and satellite centers have had bed bugs, but none of the Sarah Care employees at any of the centers or satellite centers have brought home bed bugs. So basically, it made me feel better. But of course, what would make me feel 100% better about everything would be that it would, if it was not an issue. But at the same time, I do feel better that it's mostly dealt with, and I do feel better about it. Both me and my boss feel better about it. But it's crazy that, like, within the last, like, 3 days, I almost thought about quitting my job, and now I'm not quitting my job. But it's just crazy to me that I literally have had a roller coaster of a week, like, literally. It's been crazy, but yeah, that's the situation at work. I was going to quit, but I'm not going to now. And yeah, so that's basically that. I just want to talk to you guys about that because I've been wanting to talk to you guys about it for a couple days, and I was going to film it at some point. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this story time video. It's just difficult to deal with this kind of situation because it's just I don't know, it's just difficult, honestly. So it's a doozy. But I do feel better since my boss isn't as worried about it, and it doesn't sound like it's as big of a deal as we thought it was, which is good also. So I do feel better about it, and things are going pretty well. Today I had work and it was pretty good. So I had a lot of fun with my residents. Are awesome people and they've lived amazing lives. And recently, last year my aunt passed away, and then recently my uncle's mother passed away. I didn't know her personally, but she was, but my uncle was married to my aunt that I was very close to. And basically that was, it's just thinking, and I was talking to my uncle's niece last night about it, and it made me realize how precious life is. And that's something that I'm always reminded every day when I go to work, that life is really precious, and if you don't take care of yourself and be proactive about your health, then your body's not going to take care of you, basically. So yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you guys and talk to you guys about that. And if you guys have any opinions, please don't be negative about it, though. Like, I mean, I understand that it's kind of a gross subject to talk about, but I really wanted to talk about it, and I'm well aware of how gross it is, but at the same time, it's something to talk about, and I really wanted to talk about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!